Unfortunately, most employers won't really be able to do these creditable coverage calculations on their own. While the formulas look simple, several practical barriers make the new simplified method nearly impossible without, without outside help. First, employers, especially small groups, don't receive the detailed claim level breakdown of plan paid versus member paid prescription claims. Only carriers and pharmacy benefit managers have the data needed to run the percentages. Second, these methods are design based, not claims based. Ideally, if two employers offer the same carrier plan, the creditable coverage status should be the same. Carriers are the logical source for the determination. If the carriers are not doing it, employers would need to base it on their own claims data, which means that two employers offering the same plan may have different results. Third, high deductible and integrated plans complicate the math. If a prescription or a prescription claims share a deductible with medical claims, the employer must allocate part of that deductible to pharmacy costs. CMS does allow a reasonable and supportable method, but this is beyond what most employers can calculate themselves. Fourth, employers must have a determination for every plan they offer. So if a company offers 6 plan options, for instance, that would require 6 separate determinations. Only the carrier can realistically provide these. Fifth, what if a plan changes mid-year? So if a plan's creditable status changes during the year, maybe an employer switches to a non-creditable plan effective January 1st, the employer must actually issue a new notice at that time. So if a change is coming January 1st, but the employer doesn't know what they'll be moving to yet, then on October 15th or by October 15th, they should go ahead and send the notice based on the current plan, then issue a second notice when the new plan begins. If a change is coming November 1st, the employer could go ahead and send the October 15th notice based on the new plan. So basically, the renewal for most employers is going to be uncertain. So the October 15th deadline is going to apply even if the next year's renewal is not finalized. So employers should issue the notice based on the current plan. If there's a new plan later that proves non-creditable, then they should send a second notice. And finally, even if a carrier won't provide the determination, CMS holds the employer responsible for compliance. That does not mean the employer can do it on their own. Basically, if they're not able to rely on the carrier's blanket determination, if that's not provided, then the employer might need to hire an actuary or a third-party administrator to determine creditability status. So some practical employer guidance. First, ask the employer. Most, I believe, will issue creditable coverage letters for each plan design. Second, the employer should document everything. Keep the determination, the carrier letter or the actuarial memo, and proof of the notices sent. Third, cover every option. Ensure that each plan offered has a documented status. So it's possible that the employer offers multiple plans, and some of those plans are creditable while others are not. Fourth, stay on top of changes. Send the notices annually by October 15th. If you're not done then, issue a new one anytime creditable status changes during the year. And then finally, if the carrier won't provide a determination and claims data isn't available, don't guess. Engage an actuarial firm to determine creditability.